everyone. We're back to Live Your Dream. It's about you. And again, we played We Are Alive, the song by Eric Tyler, and it's just so exciting, so perfect for the show. Anyway, I'm so excited to introduce Sherry Taylor with Rodan. Okay, I want to make sure I pronounce it correctly. Right. And so anyway, if you could just kind of introduce yourself.
Be happy to. I'm Sherry Taylor. My background is hairdressing. I've been a hairdresser for 44 years. And from that, skincare comes up a lot. I personally struggled with acne most of my life and the scarring and all the negatives about it. I've tried just about everything there is to try. I've been to lots of dermatologists, and I was on tetracycline for 15 years where it literally put yellow stripe in my teeth from excess. And so I found this product, was introduced to me, and after about 2 weeks of using it, I realized it worked.
Wow.
And so I was pretty excited about that, and especially for the large pores, the acne scars. And they have 4 regimens. They have what most people, if you are sensitive, you want to go with the Soothe. And the Soothe, what that does is it gets out the redness. It helps with rosacea especially.
Wow.
A lot of people suffer with that, and they have to wear thick makeup to cover it up. This will get rid of that. Also helps with psoriasis. There's not a cure for psoriasis, but it does help calm it down. So if you do have any sensitivity to other products, this will help build the barrier. The Soothe, the start of it, it just is very, very soothing. You can take it off with just a damp cloth, or you can just very gently pat it off. The second one is for sensitivity. It helps get rid of the redness. The third one is your moisture, and of course we have PSF sunscreen and everything. So you want to make sure you use that every time you leave the house. So the next product that you're going to go with, if you have brown spots, dark spots, brown spots, this is called Reverse. This is for the sun damage that we all did as teenagers, laying out in the sun or, on the boat, whatever, with no sunscreen. And this helps with that. Everything that you need comes in each regimen. Now this regimen, it starts with a deep exfoliating wash. Then you go to your toner. And your toner is just to intensify the brightness of your skin, because a lot of times when it's dull of the brown, or you just go through a period of time where you don't have that rosiness that you need, and these 2 products really help with that. Then the third product is vitamin C and the retinol. And that's what lightens the skin and gets rid of the brown marks and evens out the tone. And you treat the whole face, not just certain areas of the face. These can't be mixed together until you're ready to go. So you want to use a little bit, equal parts, mix them together, and then apply them to the face. The last one, of course, is your sunscreen, and this is a 50, because after you get rid of those brown marks, Elle, you don't want them back. No, absolutely not. So if we have those 2 products, take care of those 2 issues. But if you should have adult acne, these 2 doctors, Rodan and Phil's, are the same doctors that went with Proactive. And your Proactive is pretty well globally known. And in 2008, when they came to direct sales with their brand on anti-aging, they sold Proactive, even though their name is still used, because they're probably the most popular, well-known dermatologists in the world, and they live in San Francisco and still practice in San Francisco, so they're working all the time. Now, with that, you have your wash, and the difference between Proactive and the new formulation is sulfa. Before it was acid. With the sulfa, they've added chamomile for calming and aloe.
Wow.
So that's what helps it too, because you know how sulfa smells.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't want to be putting that on your face. So it smells very nice, but with the calming effects of the other 2 ingredients. Then they have a clarifying toner, because sometimes with acne, the dark spots take a while to remove. And this will help clarify that. And then, once again, you have your 2 ingredients here. And what this does is you pump each side the same amounts, 1 or 2 pumps per side, and then they can be mixed together. Because it is the retinol and active ingredients, and they can't be mixed together until ready for use. Then, of course, we have, once again, this is an oil control. and a lot of with the sunscreen. But the oil control helps that build up. And a lot of sunscreens create heat. Have you ever worn a sunscreen where you get hot
Right.
and it just seems to sweat off? Well, this one doesn't do that. It helps keep the pores unclogged.
Wow.
Because normal sunscreen, your face will get hot, and if anything, it's going to clog the pores and make your problem worse. So that's why we have that. Then after we cure all those issues, we get to go on to the one we're going to use for life, which is the anti-aging redefined. And this one is the one that I am absolutely addicted to, because this is the one that closed my pores down, and with the tools that I'll tell you about in a second, have eliminated a lot of my scarring. With this is a mask, and it's a clay mask. And the clay is, Chinese people are really into skincare and their mask. And this, you will totally get a white face. And you leave it on a couple of minutes until it dries. And then you just add some water, work up a lather. It really doesn't lather, but you just work it around. And you can feel it as it's drying, the tightness, and it's just closing those pores down. Then your pore minimizing toner. And I wasn't a believer in toners until now. And I'm afraid not to use it for fear, so I use it. And my pores are closed, so I'm happy about that. The next two ingredients, you have 1, 2, 3 in the morning. This is the AM. It's 3 in 1. It has your sunscreen, your minimizing for fine lines. It's like a primer, so it helps close it down. And then also it has your moisturizer for the day. So that would be what you would do in the AM. Same routine for nighttime, the 1, the 2, but then you have nighttime restorative. But the key to making everything really work well is this wonderful little roller, and I want you to feel those needles on that. Wow. There's 200 acupuncture needles in this, and you roll your up and down, across, and diagonally. And then you do this across your face, all over your forehead, really gently in the eye area. You want to be really careful there. Mm-hmm. But as you can tell, it's a little pokey, but not bad.
No, not at all.
But what this does is it puts channels in the skin.
Wow.
And with those channels, your body's going to try to heal. It's going to bring the collagen to the surface, like as if we scratched ourselves,
Right.
and it's got to heal. So we're helping promote collagen production, which is what we want.
Right.
Plus, with these little channels, all our product goes in deeper, and it makes it get down there and work better. So that is what we want on that. Once a week, we have this wonderful little machine that gets rid of 5 million dead skin cells.
Wow.
And you see that? I don't know if you can see that,
Probably,
Robert.
they probably can't see.
No. But it's got the face.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a face.
And instructions, and it automatically shows you where to go and for how long, and it's going to adjust the strength of it.
So you put it on your face and it kind of senses where you need to go.
It's going to tell you. It's going to start, and then once you start it, it's going to count it down.
Okay.
And then it's going to switch to another part of the face.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so on this one, it shows you that you're going to hold and you're going to go back and forth. And this picks up 5 million cells. You take it apart. There's a filter there. And this filter is grabbing all those dead cells.
Wow.
And then you change this each week when you use it, because you don't want to have it dirty. It's going to get clogged up. And if you really don't think that works, just use it on your arm or your leg, and you're going to see how many dead cells you really have. Use this once a week. I use my roller 6 days a week. With that, after you use the roller, there's some miracle little products that we have. It's a night renewing serum, and this little capsule is just, probably can't see it very well, but it's just peptides and retinol. So that's what we use at night, because the retinol, it makes your sun sensitive.
Oh.
So that's why we want to sleep in it, let us do its job there, then we're
makes
going to put our
sense.
sunscreen on in the morning. So you this is your nighttime use. Your lip rejuvenating is this little tiny silver. You see that?
Uh-huh.
And all that is you squeeze off the cap and it rejuvenates your lips. A lot of people have fine lines, wrinkles, or their lips recede as they're maturing. And so you want to keep that plumped out. So that's why you use this. And you can use this any time of day that you want, but Probably nighttime is good because you're not going to be roaming around and you're going to be there just letting it do its job. My miracle product, one of them, is...
They all sound like miracle
I
products
know,
to me.
it works pretty darn good. This one is the microdermabrasion paste. Smells good?
Yeah.
Okay, this one, when I use this is a microdermabrasion peel, and if you have thick skin, which I do, and I can usually, anybody that has thick skin will appreciate, this will make your skin feel like a baby's bottom.
Oh, wow.
It just takes off the dead cells. So if you're doing everything else that you're doing on your personal regimen, use this 2 to 3 times a week, and you will have skin the best of your life. So I really, really recommend it. They have one more new product, and this is taking the place of Botox. And these little patches are to be worn at night. You sleep in them, and they're sticky around the edge, and that has 150 cones. Could be wrong, could be a little bit more, I think right around there. And you can see they're a little on the sticky side, little pokey.
Uh-huh.
And you press, this side is pokey. You press that like it would go to your eye area. And if you have crow's feet, you would press that in, the tape will hold it there, and you sleep in it. And what that does is it helps fill in your crow's feet.
Wow.
So it's peptides and hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid plumps out. That's why we want that in our products. And the peptides are just nourishing. So there's something for everyone, and there's some magic involved. So a little bit more about the doctors. They are in San Francisco. They still practice dermatology. They are very active in their organization. They started out in retail. With the retail, they were in retail about 4 years, and it was all high-end stores. And what happened was they weren't getting the results that they thought they were having. People were referring them instead of, they were being sought out as referral doctor type thing. Mm-hmm. So they took their products out of the retail market and went into direct sales. Mm. At first it was a little scary, and they will tell you that. But what's happened is we're able to partner now with billion-dollar industry for anti-aging, where there isn't another company that's on this level that we could partner with and be a piece of the pie.
Right.
So that's what's exciting about that. They went out of business in the retail stores in 2007, went direct sales 2008, and the big news this month is we went #1 for the anti-aging line.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes,
that's
it's
great.
a really, really big deal. Because out of all the skincare there is, and for us to do that in only 8 years, that's amazing.
Yeah, it sure
Also,
is.
#1 with the Unblemished line. They've taken that to a whole new level for premium skincare. I think because of the sulfa, it's been very effective. And we have before and after pictures. I recommend a little tip. Anybody, these are our gauze pads, and they're surgical gauze pads. Now, if you're using regular cotton balls at home for whatever product you're using, you're wasting it. If you get a thin gauze pad, you're going to use about 6 drops versus to a teaspoon to get the same effect. So your products are going to last 1/3 longer. And who doesn't want that?
Oh, right, definitely.
Especially on high-end products. And once you buy these, you're going to see how long they last. And so it's really such an economical, good choice for high-grade, multi-step, multi-med therapy for your skin.
Definitely. Wow, that's
Does
wonderful.
that make you want to try some?
Yeah, sure
I know,
does.
it's exciting.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now, if somebody just wanted, is there a basic product that they should start with just in case, they didn't want to, do it all, or they have just, maybe minor problems?
Right.
Or...
That's a good question. There is a solution tool on the website, and it takes 2 minutes to fill this out. And you answer your questions on what your concerns are with your own personal skin.
Okay.
It will recommend what regime
to
use.
Perfect.
So it's everything with the computers now and with the science that we have, we can pretty well narrow down to where you should start, what you should start with. If somebody is got a lot of products, I tell them if you have to start with one or two things, it would be the microdermabrasion paste and the retinol and peptides and the night renewing capsule. Those two things make the biggest impact on your skin. If you can do everything, you want to start with your regimen that's designed for you, and you'll find that out by doing the solutions tool, and it's online. It's real easy. You can even Google it and find the solution tool. And that way you're on the right regimen for your skin.
And what would be the website?
Well, my website is sherrytaylor.myrnf.com.
Okay. And in case for some reason somebody misses that, it's probably on the screen, but if somebody misses that, what's your phone number?
559-799-0135.
And so if people are interested in maybe selling the products, would they also contact you then?
Yes, yes. And the company has a great program for that. It has, besides the money that your check would be, you also can earn bonuses. As soon as you get to one level, you get to go to Napa and meet the doctors and go on they do everything first class. Hawaii is another destination. Some of them are going to Australia. We're open now. We're just going global. They opened in Canada last year.
Wow.
And Australia's next.
Oh, that's great.
So if you have friends or family in either one of those, or you know people that you could get your own team going, I highly recommend it.
So basically, you're open to either selling products or having people come aboard on your team?
Absolutely.
Or both.
Yes. A lot of people become consultants after they've used the products, but that's not necessarily true. Mm-hmm. I was sold and contacted my sponsor from seeing the tools online because I had pretty much tried everything, but I had not seen these kind of tools before. And I thought, well, maybe that would work. Mm-hmm. And it did. And so that's how I got started. And I contacted Nanette Matthias, and the rest is history.
Mm-hmm. And then you said, did I mishear? Did you say you also have a background in cosmetology?
I do. Yeah, 44 years of hair, and I've done that just about as far as you can go. I've done stage work. I've done competition. I like stage work, as a matter of fact. That was very fun. And we had a group of team that we taught other professionals different designs. Mm-hmm. And that changed twice a year. It was every 6 months, new designs. And worked with some wonderful people like Don Estes and Visalia. And I always owe him kudos. He was my trainer, and he was just absolutely wonderful to me. So that background, I've done everything, hair color. Now it's skin.
Right, I was going to say, and I could tell you're really passionate about this.
Yes, now it's skin.
That's great.
There's so much that I've wasted my time and energy hoping that this next product would work, mm-hmm. and it didn't. And the other thing is I'm diligent. It's almost like a fear if I don't roll. Uh-huh. 6 days a week, I'm worried about those pores coming back, and I can relax knowing that these products are going to take care of me.
I was going to say, they sound like a forgiving product, so even if you did miss one day, it's not going to mess anything up.
No.
But I know what you're saying. I get like that, too, like, I got to do perfect. But
right.
It looks like you got everything covered, so you don't really have to worry about that.
No, as long as you do it. And
right.
I have clients that say, well, I just, at nighttime, I fall asleep in my chair, da-da-da. So I have one client, Sue, I'm talking about you. I tell her to do it 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Because she's home for the evening.
Yeah.
Take off your makeup, go ahead and do your skincare routine, and you're done.
That's a
You don't
very
have to
good
wait
idea.
until it's nighttime and it's time to go to bed. And now, I don't want to.
Right.
Do it when you do want to, when you're thinking about it. Just get it done.
That's a very good point, because you can work it into your regime and
Yes.
not have to worry about it's got to be at a certain time. That's great.
No, have it on as long as you have it on your skin, it's working.
Well, that's wonderful. So do you want to tell us your number again just to make sure?
Yes, thank you. 559-799-0135. And I'd love to help you with whatever your skincare needs are. Or if you just have questions, just give me a call.
Sounds great. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
being on the
Elle.
show. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank
and
you.
I can really tell you're passionate about this, and I'm ready to get started myself. I've got my own issues. You know, as we get older, we start having
It
issues.
starts happening.
So, anyway, okay, well, thank you so much, and we're going to go to a commercial break.